It was this caregiver's first day at work. He poured boiling water on his employer's legs, just to test if he really had no sensation, just to look at a pretty woman. He fed food into his employer's eyes. He also disliked his employer's beard, and played a prank on his beard. But strangely enough, not only did the employer not fire him, instead, he paid him several times more than others. Henry was once a billionaire, but became permanently paralyzed after a skydiving accident. He could only move his head. He decided to hire a caregiver. Many talented people came for the job. Some graduated from prestigious schools. Some were very experienced. But Henry didn't like any of them. Instead, he chose David, a street thug. David actually knew nothing about caregiving. He had even been in prison for fighting. He came for the interview right after being released, just to get a rejection letter, so he could apply for government welfare. But Henry took a liking to him immediately. He offered David a 1-month trial period, letting him think it over. David showed up the next day as promised. He planned to just get the rejection letter and leave, but the housekeeper showed him around the entire villa, finally showing him a carefully prepared room. David wasn't initially interested in the job. When he entered the bathroom, he realized this was VIP treatment. David gladly accepted the job, but he was completely unreliable. His negligence almost cost Henry's life. He slept during nursing lessons, wiped foot washing water on Henry's head, and used shampoo on Henry's feet. While feeding, he was distracted by the female assistant, and poked food right into Henry's eyes. He mocked Henry's flesh-colored leg supports, saying Henry looked effeminate. He even refused to help with toileting. Friends couldn't understand why Henry would hire a thug, saying such people had no sympathy. But this was exactly what Henry wanted, because he always forgets I'm paralyzed, and treats me like a normal person. It was David's casual attitude that made Henry feel very comfortable. He never treated Henry as disabled. He refused to drive the caravan. He uncovered the sports car, put Henry in the passenger seat. They enjoyed the roaring engine together. When facing Henry's hated illegal parking, David would kindly greet the drivers, but this unreliable caregiver actually saved Henry's life. One night, Henry suddenly had difficulty breathing. David came immediately without hesitation. He put a warm towel on Henry's forehead, softly comforting him not to worry. He pushed Henry's wheelchair on the streets at 4 a.m. The fresh air indeed helped Henry breathe easier. Later they went to a coffee copyright. Their relationship grew closer. Henry finally could share his inner pain. Henry said he missed his deceased wife, and the skydiving accident still gave him nightmares. David listened attentively. Henry officially told David he passed the trial period. David was overjoyed. No one had ever recognized him like Henry did. David became increasingly skilled at caregiving. The former thug had become a qualified caregiver, but then an accident happened.